Hey guys, alright. Hey guys, I'm back this week with another video. As you can see, I have a full face of makeup on and I want to start this series almost. It's very similar, or like I got it inspired from Trisha from SourceFed, and she does this these videos called The Naked Truth, and I wanted to do something similar to that for me. The reason I wanted to start this is because I wanted to be able to talk to someone or anyone out there and just relay my feelings about certain situations or what's going on in my life and just talk. So pretty much what I'm going to do is take off all of this makeup and be completely bare and give you the honest truth about who I am, not just to you guys but to myself as well, so I can look back on these sometime in the future. So pretty much this channel is, if you couldn't tell from my channel trailer, just a bunch of memories put together, like a time capsule almost for myself, so that in the future I can look back and look at all of these memories and just have something to look back at, just be completely naked. I'm thinking of calling this barefaced entries, almost like a diary, so that's how I think I'm gonna go with this for now, at least for now. Alright, glasses off. Because I'm too lazy to actually just go out and wash my face fully, I'm just gonna use wipes. And I'm just gonna grab the mirror right here to just wipe it off. You guys have seen my bare face multiple times, and I mean, I look okay. I think I don't look too horrible, in my opinion at least. And I just want to be able to open up myself to people and be more honest and truthful and just not care too much about what people have to say. Mikey, who you've seen before in the blindfolded makeup challenge, she has been helping me a lot with being more honest and straightforward without necessarily having to hurt people. And high school was definitely a time where all of us were trying to figure out who we were, and I still am. Not sure who I am still, but I want to be able to be myself more without having to put up a facade, because I was just trying to make myself look better than I actually am, or at least be able to completely, I had everything under control. That's what I wanted to show people. So there we go. No makeup. I don't wear too much makeup, but oh well, I mean, I've already gotten started with it. I really just want to be more honest with myself and people around me, because I have part of my personality is hiding a lot of things, just putting them under and acting as if everything's okay when clearly it isn't. And that's me, that's just my personality, and I like to put everything on my shoulders and act like I don't need help, and I'm not the type of person to ask for help unless I really need it. Yeah, there's often times where there's definitely times that has happened, especially in theater. So if you don't know, I am a theater kid. Theater is still part of my life, which is why I want to get into the film program at the school I'm going to right now. Me being a theater kid, I wanted to organize everything and do this and do that and have all of these responsibilities, because I felt since grade 11, I believe, because we had a production, which was a musical theater production. It was a really good production. I'll see if I can insert some clips into here of me. During that time, I was getting things in charge, writing script with some of the classmates and some of my classmates, and everything was going great. Me and Nikki, Brandon, Lay, well most of us were doing most of the work. consider that like we have to write the play ourselves, even though we use music that wasn't ours. So most of us use like Disney music. And I mean, from there, it was like I've always wanted to be an actor, or at least be in entertainment and be like in front of the camera and like be like, oh my god. But I've always been really good at like organization and being in charge of certain things. So I was technically at that time almost the stage manager-ish. Cassie was there, who was our stage manager, and I was helping out as much as possible. And I remember this one time, like we were getting ready before our opening night, or one night, because we only did it for one night, and we were cleaning up like a few minutes before we had to go on stage and get ready. And I was cleaning up the theater and getting everybody to do their certain things. And I remember Karth, my theater teacher at the time, go talk to her daughter and say, that's what a stage manager looks like. From there, I've always wanted to take responsibility for a lot of things, because since then, it felt like I was like her right-hand girl, and I was there to help her out as much as possible. It was really bad that to the point like I let theater consume almost 100% of my time in high school. That was me. Like I would suppress a lot of things to the point that I broke down for our final night. That's another story time if you guys want to hear that. And like Mikey knows that I'm that type of person where I don't like to talk about things openly unless you like pry me open. And that's cool, like I'll totally answer questions as long as like I'm comfortable with it, and most of the time I am. That's who I am as a person. Oh, today in the mail we got our Daniel Caesar tickets. I don't think you can see them from here, but yeah, we got them today in the mail. I'm so excited because literally I think 3 days after he announced his tour, like the Calgary tickets were sold out. I mean, we got our tickets the night of. I like stayed up at like 4 o'clock in the morning just so I could like make sure we had tickets, me and my sister. So I'm really excited about that. There's so many things I could talk about. So me and Nikki have been friends for at least like 7-8 years almost. Well, I guess 7 more or less, because there was this not that one time. In grade 12 we had this occurrence where, because I was spending a lot of time with theater, I wasn't prioritizing anything else but theater. And it was kind of sad because multiple times, like it was kind of sad because it came to this point that I didn't want to be around her or the people that weren't related to theater anymore at all. I didn't want to be around anyone else that wasn't in theater, which is such a crazy thing to say, but that was my life. Like that was who I was. And grade 12 was like a really bad time for me, where I was really jealous of her relationship with Ryan, who was and still is her best guy friend. And I was like really jealous that she could talk to him about certain things, but not me. Like she would go to him first and it would come to me later on, and that I was really upset about that. So that really took a toll because I asked for space for a good like 2 weeks and we didn't talk at all. I said I would talk, but it was just stupid. And then like later on in the year we had a lot of trouble between ourselves, with me like thinking about theater all the time, and then her being busy with choir. It's sad to admit, but like I didn't want to hang out with her anymore. That like it got to the point that like we needed to talk to the like guidance counselor. We talked about it like with a counselor. We were able to like come together and just like talk with each other about like issues and have like an unbiased person be our translator almost, because like as much as we understand each other, we have a hard understanding as well. Clearly we both wanted to be friends still, so yeah, that like, and she helped us understand that we still wanted to be friends, which is awesome. And like we worked it out. After we graduated, there came a point where like I was helping my theater teacher with some of these things. Like I would mark her stuff while she gave me the answer key, and somehow like it turned into this big mess where when she was talking to her guidance counselor from high school about like how we were and if we were doing okay, it got into this big mess that dealt with like admin and the possibility of like marks being questioned. So that was bad, and I was heated because like theater was my second home. It felt like she was attacking it. I was very angry, and I wasn't thinking rationally, so I was bombarding her with a bunch of like angry text messages of, why would you do that? It doesn't make any sense. If you had a problem, you could have just talked to me. And she was, at least looking back at it now, very understanding, saying like, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that, I should have gone to you, and I was worried about you. And I've now at this point in my life, I understand where she was coming from. So a good maybe half a year almost, we didn't talk. And that was really hard because like she was one person I felt like I could always go to when I needed trouble, and I couldn't go to her anymore. And I'm sure she felt that way too. I think at one point I admitted that I really missed her, and I think she did too. I'm not sure, like this part's sort of blurred. Yeah, like I really missed her. And we talked about it, like although we weren't like face to face in person, we were able to do like face to face on like a Skype call. So that was good, and we worked things out. We were able to talk, and it felt like normal. Although you've been friends for like many years, you're gonna have major fights and have communication problems, and that's perfectly fine. And it's perfectly fine if like someone you've known for so long, don't talk to them anymore. Because like people grow to the point that like they outgrow some friendships, and as long as you end things like on good terms, I think that's completely fine. I don't really have a plan right now for this video, just because it's a Friday and I'm supposed to be posting tomorrow because that's the schedule I put out. So yeah, that's like a snippet, almost like pretty much what I want this series to be like. There's some stories I can talk about, like the day that day I broke down on our last night for our last play. There's that story. I could even talk about like my first kiss, or that could be like 2 stories in one, because like it pretty much happened in the span of that time, where it's all like my first kiss was with this guy, which I mean, hopefully you enjoyed like me babbling. It's very messy. This is what I want barefaced entries to be like. That's the end. I hope you enjoyed listening to me ramble and just like speak on different things. If you have any video suggestions or like comments or like things you want me to talk about, just leave a comment down below. Subscribe, like if you like the video. Follow me on my social media. There'll be links down below. And bye!